What is Section 230 and why all the hubbub around it? As the internet took off in the 90s, Congress passed the Communications Decency Act of 1996. Let's call it the CDA. Congress enacted the CDA to protect minors from the over-accessibility of what it deemed obscene and offensive material on the web. In 1997, the Supreme Court struck down most of the CDA in Reno versus ACLU, concluding that the Act's purpose conflicted with the First Amendment's free speech protections. Section 230 of the CDA is now all that remains of the Act after Reno versus ACLU. Two features are important. First, Section 230 grants immunity to web-based companies from liability for defamation, invasion of privacy, and virtually any other lawsuit that arises from user-provided content. Essentially, with a few exceptions, a web-based company will not be found liable for third-party content, even if the content is heavily manipulated. Courts have restricted this view a bit over the years, finding that when a provider plays more than a mere publisher's role by, for example, soliciting or aiding in content development, the provider loses out on Section 230's blanket immunity. Second, Section 230 allows these companies to actively moderate and restrict users' content as they wish, rather than subjecting it to explicit government oversight. Probably the most familiar example is Twitter banning Trump. The platform cited Section 230 in defense of its decision to remove the former president's accounts and tweets. Another example is Airbnb dodging local housing ordinances by claiming Section 230 protection as merely the publisher of the third-party content of individual homeowners. Both Democrats and Republicans have criticized Section 230 and made calls to change the law or scrap it altogether. Some prominent Democrats view the law as an overly generous gift to big tech and seek to increase tools for restricting harmful content on sites that are populated with user uploads, like Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. There have been numerous proposals to reform or repeal Section 230, and the debate is certain to continue given the internet's breathtaking influence on modern society, and given the very few companies such as Facebook, Google, and Twitter that exercise broad control. For Talking Feds, I'm Jeremy Lin.